Hi, Dr. Woodland here. Winter. The season of cozy blankets, hot cocoa, and an overwhelming desire to hibernate until spring. If the shorter days have you feeling more blah than ho ho ho, you might not just be sick of winter. You could be dealing with something called seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, or SAD. Yes, it's called SAD. I didn't name it, but the irony is it's pretty spot on. So let's dive into this area and become more aware together. Now, let's start with the basics. Seasonal affective disorder is a type of depression that comes and goes with the seasons, usually showing up in late fall or early winter and sticking around until springtime. SAD affects about 5% of adults in the United States, but many more experience a mild form of winter blues. Women are about 4 times more likely to experience SAD than men. People living further from the equator, like in Scandinavia, Alaska, or Canada, are at higher risk. But wait, if people in Scandinavia are surrounded by darkness for months, why are they also ranked as some of the happiest people in the world? Spoiler, we'll get to that later. Okay, so what's going on in the body that causes SAD? Picture this. Your brain is kind of like a symphony, and sunlight is the conductor. When winter rolls around and sunlight takes a vacation, your internal orchestra goes way off key. In winter, longer nights means that your body produces more melatonin, a hormone that helps you sleep. But too much melatonin can leave you feeling groggy and with low energy, kind of like a human sloth. Sunlight also boosts serotonin, which is a feel-good neurotransmitter. Less sunlight, less melatonin. It's like your brain's happiness reserve gets drained. Your circadian rhythm, or internal clock, is synced to light, so less sunlight can confuse this clock, messing with your sleep-wake cycle and your mood. So it's not all in your head. Well, technically it is, but it's science. It's not just being grumpy because it's winter. Your body is biologically reacting to the change of season. Now let's talk about how your mind and body team up to create SAD. Your brain is tired and serotonin starved. Your thoughts and behaviors can spiral back into a negative feedback loop. Negative thinking patterns might creep in, like, why bother? It's dark and gloomy anyway. This can lead to withdrawing from activities, overeating carbs, or binge watching entirely too much Netflix, all of which reinforce feelings of lethargy. But here's the good news. This loop works both ways. Changing your behaviors can actually nudge your brain chemistry into a more positive direction. More on that in a minute. Now, let's zoom in on sleep because it plays a starring role in SAD. Remember melatonin, that sleep hormone your body overproduces in winter? Well, it's a double-edged sword. If your sleep routine gets out of whack, staying up too late, sleeping in, it throws off your circadian rhythm even more. This can amplify those SAD symptoms. The trick? Aim for consistent sleep and wake times, even on the weekends. Even if you're tempted to sleep until noon. I'm looking at you, blanket burrito people. Here's where we fight back against the winter blues with science and with strategy. Let's break down the top treatments for seasonal affective disorder. Number 1, light therapy. Light therapy is basically fake sunlight for your brain. Sitting near a 10,000 lux light box for 20 to 30 minutes a day can help to reset your internal clock. Now, just don't get it confused with a tanning lamp. I've heard it's really good to know the difference. Number 2, exercise. Exercise boosts serotonin and endorphins, aka your natural mood lifters. Bonus points if you can exercise outside for natural light exposure. Number 3, cognitive behavior therapy. CBT helps you to reframe negative thoughts and develop healthier habits. It's like a gym for your brain, but without the sweaty yoga mats. Number 4, vitamin D. Low vitamin D levels are common in people with seasonal affective disorder. A supplement or more time in the sun, when possible, might help. Number 5, medication. In some cases, antidepressants like SSRIs can be effective, especially when combined with other treatments. Now, let's circle back to our friends in Scandinavia. How do they survive months of darkness and still make it to the top of the happiness charts? In places like Denmark, they practice something called hygge, creating cozy, joyful moments with loved ones. In Norway, they might practice koselig. Now, I apologize to my Scandinavian friends for the pronunciation. Now, the idea, though, is that these cultures actively embrace the dark months instead of trying to fight against them. For example, here's a saying that's common in that part of the world. There's no bad weather, only bad clothing. You get outside daily, even in freezing temperatures, which helps combat seasonal affective disorder. Strong social ties and communal activities provide a buffer against isolation and depression. It's a reminder that connection is powerful medicine. So whether you're dealing with full-blown sad or just feeling the winter blahs, remember, your mind and body are deeply connected, and small changes can make a big difference. Try a light box, go for a walk, channel your inner Scandinavian, and embrace the season. Winter doesn't have to feel like an uphill battle, or at least one that you have to face alone. And hey, if this video brightens your day even just a little bit, hit that like button and subscribe. Remember that we're all in this together. The winter blues, all of it. We're here to support each other. And if you found this video beneficial, I'd encourage you to share it with anyone in your sphere who might also benefit from hearing some of this information. Thanks, and I hope you have a good day.